Alrighty guys, we're back. It's tapping day. But first, we gotta fix this 90. It was broke last summer when we cleaned the lines out, and a few trees fell on it this past year, so we're gonna go down there and get that changed out. The only problem is the water's a little deeper than normal, so it's gonna be a tricky one. And this is where I found out my boot has a hole in it, which was convenient. We tried, we untaped it, and then we tried pulling it apart, and that definitely wasn't happening, so we had to go get the hacksaw, and we figured we'd get the torch while we were out, just in case we couldn't get it back together without warming it up. Hacksawing it went really quick. I mean, just soft plastic, so it is what it is. Put it back together. Found out that it didn't reach quite right, so we ended up pulling on it and stretching some things out, but it all went back together good. You can see up here we had to pull the line back down some to actually get it put together. It popped at some point and we lost a bunch of sap, but I got it put back together and we've been good since. Alrighty, we got that fixed. We got the trunk line re-secured, because when we pulled it down it broke some stuff free and ripped a connection apart, but that was expected because, you know, you had to make up the difference, but it is what it is. Got some new zip ties on there, got everything reconnected, so we should be good to go. Next thing, we're gonna go start punching holes in the trees. Up here was a little bit trickier because I just put on these new longer tap lines, and I'm used to working with much shorter lines and trying to make it work with them. And then I put these on and I was in the habit of working with those short ones, so you can see like right here off to the right, you can see the big bow in it. I should have went much higher with it, but being that I'm used to working with those shorties, that's about where I was tapping before, so just naturally that's where it went. Some of these trees have been tapped for years, so they have holes all through them. So I gotta find a clean enough spot to tap without impeding the tree or the amount of sap that I'll get out of the tree. Alright, we got this run done. I put these longer tap lines on like I was talking about, and then I, ran into the lovely problem of, you probably should have twisted this one some so it didn't have, because this is the, be like a mini trunk line, because then now it'll come down and fill up this, and then this will have to push down. It'll work. These trees put out an enormous amount of sap up top here. When I ran buckets, I couldn't keep up with them, so I'm not really worried about these ones. I'll just have to be more careful down below. This one, when I put it in, it was already running. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see just the slightest little bit in here. It's a little bit too cold today to get a run going, but oh, you can see starting to get in there. This one, it's too long, and you can see it goes up, so it'll have to fill this up, but this is higher. Oh, it just dripped. How about that? That's awesome. But anyway, this is higher than that, so that'll push it, and then that is higher than this, so it'll all work out. Just not ideal. All right, let's get going. We've only got, what, maybe a 16th done. A lot more to go. Alrighty, that was a good stretch down through all of that. I still have 2 or 3 more lines on this side to do, and then I still have to come over and do this side. But I was coming back up here to get my phone, and this is the second skunk cabbage I've seen popping out. So the earth clearly thinks that it's time to get moving, which hopefully the trees don't decide to change on us too quick. I'd like to get at least a couple weeks out of the run this year. Alright, I'm gonna move down here. I don't think I'm gonna film any more of this. We'll see. I got distracted by the skunk cabbage over there. Forgot what I wanted to tell you over here. I bought these, well, my dad bought these new taps that we're gonna be switching to, but I'll probably switch them at the end of this year so we're ready for it next year. But being that they're different sizes, I'm gonna have to come back through. I have a few of these throughout the woods here that I'll have to come back and tap. But like this one, I thought about maybe just using this one back here, but I have so many holes back here that I think it'd be better if I just come back and use this one as the tap and use that one as the breather line. We got our runner, boys and girls. Probably can't really see it now. You can see how shiny it is, though. Alrighty, that's it for this side. Got down here to the very last ones that I did, and I have one of those new ones there and one on that side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that one for a vent, and then I'm going to tap this one just because of where all of my old holes are. I just probably run this one up to the front of the tree, and then this one had a big open spot here, so I used that one. And then this one I can easily make high enough like it is right now. You just use that as an airline. Alright, now I got to go over and do that side. It's a lot more hill walking, but there's not as many trees over there. While I was doing this side, it got really windy. You can see that stick out in front of the camera, shaking in the wind, and the camera moving around. To be honest, as windy as it was, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, but at the very end, it fell over. Just got done tapping this section over here. Went over there to get my camera, and I don't know, you can see how the line comes down and droops. It's because there's a branch on it now. This wind can stop anytime now. Oh. Oh. Get out of here. Nobody likes you anyways. There. Now, to finish up tapping. And now we're back to where we started the day. This valley's done for the most part. I got all the big taps in, I hope. And then I have to get the small drill bit out to finish up the, I think there's 2 or 3 up there that need it. But now, I'm gonna come back over here to this other side. I got this line to do, and then this one that goes up through there. So that shouldn't take me about a couple minutes. And then I'll get the other tap, or the other drill bit for the taps, and finish that up. Alright, before I head back out, I figured I'd show you the difference in these bits. It's not much, but this one's a 5/16 and this one's a 7/16, so just 2/16 is all the difference there is. But obviously a 7/16 ain't gonna work for the tap that, you know, just, you can see the space around it, and that one. So let's go punch some holes in some trees and get this project done. working my way back up through here, and I spied with my little eye sap sitting in a line. You can see it running right there. Oh yeah. Back up top here where I first started, and I'm really starting to kick myself for not having these right. I should have had these clear up here so they were straight and everything else. I got sap sitting in this line, and it's got to be almost full before it even starts to flow over. Hoping this vent line will stay higher than this tap, so hopefully that'll drain properly. Hoping that stays down, so that'll drain. God grief. Just all of these lines are just did them wrong. Hopefully it all works out. It should. Things will get warmed up and I can come up and manipulate some things a little bit more, like this one. It's already full from like here, clear up there. So it's got to fill this one clear up past, well, no, it's still below. We're still going to fill that whole line up to dump in there. I should have this tap way up here. It is what it is now. It'll work. Just gotta let it do its thing. Alright, I did end up fixing some of this. I took and dropped the elevation in this one, which dropped the elevation in the rest of it, which made it a little bit better. I think that one you can see the slope coming off of it better. I feel better about that one. When these warm up, they'll droop a little bit. We might have to pay attention to them to see what they do. But these are the only two I'm worried about right now. I have to go tap a few more down there. Last tap of the season for this side. Alrighty, I want to thank you for watching. Done tapping this side. We're gonna move over to the other side. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna film. Got another close to 100 taps over there. I still have to go through and check the lines. Dad says there's a lot of stuff the squirrels have chewed on, so I gotta get that fixed. I gotta get that all tapped and all the other stuff that goes with it that I didn't get to last year when we were building it. So I'll try to get some of that on video now that this is all tapped and everything. Cook videos should be coming here pretty quick because this week's gonna be a good week for running. So look forward to that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and then subscribe if you want to see more. You have a great day.